It does have kind of a sad history.
Well,
Is
funeral
this
parlor.
why we're here?
I don't know why we're here. Yeah. I just wanted you to see the newest event center in Lincoln City.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. That's
So why don't you come on down here?
the
Now
restroom.
you need to watch your step.
Okay.
You don't want to join them. Here we go.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. Now here's what happened. Unfortunately, back in 1984, an individual by the name of Dale Omsberg owned this place. It was called Omsberg Specific Mortuary. And Mr. Omsberg was not a very good financial manager. So he took money to have his clients cremated, but didn't have the money to do that. So he had to find another way to dispose of the body.
Whoa, that was loud. Wow, okay.
Come on down here. This is where he held the bodies down here. So what happened was that, well, I'll show you. Got that. What happened was that he couldn't afford to do anything with them, and he'd taken the money. So what he did was he stacked them right here like cordwood. And at that time there were 17 bodies, and the reason how they were discovered was because they started to swell and split open and stink.
Ew.
And you could, I was here at the time, and it smelled like jellyfish had washed up on the shore. And the smell just kept getting worse and worse until the police were called. And then they opened this up. And there was this horrific scene that happened right here. So what he did was, he had a little cemetery, and he dug a big hole there in the cemetery, and he dumped all the bodies in the hole so they couldn't until they were filled up. He used to store the bodies. You can see those are still the old original funeral combs that he had out.
What would you do with funeral combs?
I don't know.
I don't know.
This was a storage area here for bodies. There's an interesting thing to notice here. If you look at that one stain there, can you see like there's a head there and an arm? Yeah, we cleaned that up a couple times. 2 days, 3 days later, it comes back.
Ugh.
Oh, gross, Kip.
Not in here. We removed most of the biohazard.
Most.
No admittance. Oh, Kip.
Come on in.
I don't know, Kip.
You have Kip's permission.
If you have Kip's permission, you're fine. Embalming.
That's an embalming table. Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's
Would you like to lie on that?
No?
Really?
Yeah.
You love CSI.
Yeah, but not that much.
And there's some interesting remnants there, if you notice.
Smells be gone.
Very
Smells be
important.
gone.
And you got a fan because you don't want the room to stink.
That's right. And when you look in here, you see for body bags,
Hair supplies, cosmetics, cleaning
cosmetics.
supplies.
Here, I'll do this a little bit.
Oh yeah, move the table.
And this is what you do.
The Oregon State Medical Examiner's Law has stuff all over
a death requirement.
Section 12, deaths require investigation.
So
Apparently homicidal. Suicide.
So what we would do here is he would prep you out here. You would be prepped right there, and there'd be a coffin would be slid in right there.
Is this the elevator?
That's the elevator. And so once you were all cleaned up and made to look whole, they'd put you in the coffin and slide you in there, and it would go up to that first story, remember, that we went to? And there the family would view you. And then it would come back here, and they would have a hearse waiting right there, and you would go. So what's interesting about that is I think that there were 47 bodies. 3 have not been found at this point. So we don't know. We hope we don't run into them.
We hope they're not here somewhere.
Yeah.
Just
As
at
you're
the
remodeling.
elevator.
Yes, we hope they're not here physically.
I will say
In
it does
spirit,
not
they
smell.
might be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Have you had anything interesting happen?
Not yet.
You haven't had any odd sounds or candles
Nothing.
lighting themselves?
But I haven't had the courage to stay here overnight yet.
Well, they got a place to sleep right
Yeah,
here.
right here. What are you talking
You
about,
know,
Kip?
I'm late on that. It gets chilly.
I bet.
It's chilly.
Yeah, only the dead don't shake when they lie on that.
Oh.
Thanks, Kip. Thanks, buddy. Put that right in my head.
Just rock me to sleep, why don't you?
Rock me to sleep.
So that's what we have.
So now it's going to be an event center,
There'll be an event center, and this down here is going to be a museum.
a museum
What
of
are you
the
gonna- yeah, what are you
funeral.
gonna
Of the history of it, because it's really got a cool history.
Well, yeah, he has a whole file right there.
Yeah, the whole file. Yeah, this is all about. This went on. This made national headlines for over a year, and
That was actually back when I was like elementary school, and I even remember it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so he had all these bodies,
Yes.
and why did he have all the bodies? Why didn't he just throw them in the ocean? I guess you're gonna do something.
Wait, it's where do you throw the body? Because he was paid to cremate them. He didn't have the money to have them cremated, so then he had the
A
bodies.
bunch of money and bodies.
Yeah.
Well, he just was bad with his money.
He's bad with
They
the
did
money.
pay him for what he was supposed to do. He just didn't do what he was supposed to do.
That's right.
Oh.
So he would go up in the fireplace upstairs and dig out some ashes and put them in the urns and
say that's the body.
Be like, there's the body.
Yeah.
And people never like.
Well, it went on for a
eventually-
long time.
Yeah, it went on for a long
How long?
time. Well, it probably went on for 2 years or so.
Yeah, quite a while.
And what's really funny is my wife's husband, and she's been married more than once,
Oh, wife's husband. I was like, what?
was a pilot. And he was hired to take some of the ashes that they had of the actual human remains that they found and dump them into the sea. So they took the airplane to do that. And when they went to throw out the ashes, you don't want to do that because the ashes all blew back in on them. Turned them all into cannibals.
Okay, well, that was a really good story till the end.
Oh, yeah. That was like, ew, you ate somebody. That's really gross.
Picking it out of your teeth.
Oh!
Look, Kip just met you, and he already knows how to just get right
I know,
to
to
you.
just get right under me.
Right in there. Wow. Well, thank you, Kip. That
No
was
problem.
amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Now, Sunshine, do you understand why I brought you?
Yes.